So before the reign of Hush Puppy, there was H Money. Before Ramon Abbas aka Hush Puppy came to the spotlight, there was Hope Oluwasegun aka H Money. H Money was the OG before IG. H Money was the first to pull a $1 million scam from prison. He was in Kirikiri prison and was still scamming from there. As at the time when it was reigning at around 2011, Hush Puppy was still an apprentice in the game. What game? It was internet fraudulent. But note that this is not a comparison of who dominated the internet fraud. This is just to create awareness on how the unethical game of fraud has evolved into a profession in this modern day. Now, Hope Oluwasegun aka Hush Money was one of the most notorious fraudsters in the early 2010s. As at the time when internet was beginning to become the sensation to this generation, that was when H Money started to shine. So Hope Oluwasegun was a 32-year-old guy from Kogi State. He was said to have graduated from one of the universities in Malaysia, and between the year 2010 and 2012, he was the talk of the town. Even hip-hop musicians mentioned and praised his name in their songs. So around 2011, one Nigerian artist dropped one song like that and was praising H Money in the song. If you remember one Remini song titled Too Much, you will know what I'm talking about. That song was the genesis of H Money's problem as EFCC began to monitor him. Then not quite long, he was caught by the anti-corruption agencies after being involved in a fraud deal worth 4,000 Malaysian currencies, which was about 25 million naira as at 2012. He was still on trial when another fraud case was reported that he was involved in check cloning, wire transfer and forgery. So he was arrested and got 12 years imprisonment sentence. So while H Money was in prison, he pulled another $1 million fraud inside the Kirikiri prison. Yes, at the time when he was having a 12 years jail term, he was sneaking out of the prison with the help of the policemen and prison warders to meet his wife and 2 children lodged in a hotel. He was doing transaction underground. That was the sweet definition of men mount, road clear, no police. Because the police that were supposed to be in charge of his case were actually benefiting from him also. So we can actually call them the benefit boys. He had various bank accounts opened in the name of his wife and quickly brought properties in Lekki, Aja and other places. He had various exotic cars and was even living largely outside of the prison life. He was finally apprehended in one of his apartments again and was sentenced to another 12 years imprisonment. In addition to the 12 years he had earlier, making 24 years imprisonment. And that was how H Money's reign went into extinct. Not long after Hush Puppy began his own tenure too. So could we just say it was H Money that paved the way?